That's Life, brought to you in color on ABC. Robert Morse, starring in That's Life. Also starring E.J. Peeker. With guest stars Paul Lynde, Betty White, Lee Tully, and special guest star Sid Caesar.
Find a place to live. We gotta find a home that we can share. There's gotta be a place somewhere where we
can live together.
Now.
We gotta find a place to live. A cozy little kind of pigeon hole. A little bit of rent control where we can live together now.
There's a sign says vacancy, but I can see vacancy. Hurry up, we can do it. Never mind, they beat us to it.
We gotta find a place to live. No matter if it's where the traffic honks. We'd even go up to the Bronx to find a place to live in now.
Here's a place, a lovely stew. But look, here comes another group. Hurry up, we can do it. Never mind, they beat us to it.
We gotta find a place to live. We gotta find a home that we can share. We gotta find a place somewhere, but in this crowded city, will no one take pity on this homeless bear? Who wants somewhere to live? Somewhere to live. I'm telling you, I've had it. We're never going to find an apartment. We've been looking for 3 whole days now. Oh, come on now, Bobby. I'm tired too, but you can't give up now. Why don't we take another look at the newspaper and maybe there's something we've overlooked?
Believe me, hey, there is nothing left in this paper.
All right, right, then I guess we'll just have to keep living with my mother and father.
Let me look at the paper again. Let's see. Let's see. Must be something in here. Here. How would you like to share? How would you like to share the back of an empty store with the Gypsy family? No? Huh? Well, it's no use. There's just nothing in here. That's all there is to it.
What's your trouble?
Oh, we're trying to find a place to live. It's impossible. There isn't one apartment left in New York.
Oh, that's silly.
How do you think?
The ads are loaded with places. All you have to do is learn how to read the ads.
I've read the ads. I don't even understand them.
That's your trouble. Give me the paper. Now, first of all, you'll notice one thing. Everything is abbreviated.
Mm-hmm.
They want to save space.
Right.
Let me give you an example. Now, you're looking for an apartment, right?
Right.
You don't look under apartments. You look under apps.
Apps?
Apps.
What's...
Apps, apartments.
Oh.
Now, under apps, you got two choices. Fern or unfurnished.
Fern or unfurnished?
Furnished or unfurnished.
I get it, yeah.
Now, when I was looking for an apartment, I needed what they called an unfurnished app. Because I had my own fern. I mean, so why should I get a fern app and be stuck with their lousy fern? So I was reading the ads one day, and one of the ads caught my eye. And this is what it said. For rent, a beautiful app on Sint Pick West.
Sint Pick West, what's that?
Central Park West. And the ad said it's only a Bill Wick from the sub.
A 5-block walk from the subway.
Very good. Now, this sounded nice, so I got in the sub. Now, in New York, you know, you got three subs. You got the inn, the earth, or the biddle. So I got on the inn. I took the inn up Sint Pick West. I took a Bill Wick to a big brown brick building. Building.
Right.
I got to this big brown brick build, and I pushed the button on the door marked sup. Sup, every building got a sup. I mean, some buildings even got a son of a sup. Well, the sup came out. Happened to be a woman. I said to the sup, good morning, sup. I came to look at your app. She says, what are you, a wise guy? I said, no, the app you got for rent in the newsp. Oh, she said, did you come to see my fern? I said, lady, I don't know where you keep your fern, but I think I want to see your unfern. Oh, she said, this is a beautiful app. Let me tell you about it. First of all, she said, this app has a large pick window overlooking the river.
A what?
Large picture window overlooking the river. Now, it also has a snick live room.
A sunken living room.
Very good. And beside that, she said, this app also has a Myrtle Purple. Large marble fire. And beside that, she said, you know what?
What?
The elec is inkle.
The what is what?
The electricity is included. But this sounded great. So I got on the phone, I called my wife. I said, darling, I found a beautiful app on Sint Pick West. It's only a Bill Wick from the sub. It is a large pick wind overlooking the river, a snick live room, a Myrtle Purple, and the elec is inkle. What should I do?
What'd she say?
I don't know. The operator cut me off in the middle of my Myrtle Purple. Well, you keep looking. You'll find an apartment.
Really what I call a nice man. What did he say his name was?
He didn't say. He didn't even give me his initials.
Well, come on, now that we know how to read the ads, let's get going.
Wait a minute. You know what? I think that we've been looking in the wrong place.
What do you mean?
Well, here, we've been looking for a fern apt.
You mean we should be looking for an unfern app?
No. We'll buy a house and get our own fern.
A house?
Sure. Look, we can't find an apartment, but think of this. Look, houses for sale. There's thousands of them.
Bobby, we can't afford a house.
Hey, come on, sure we can. All we need is a little money down with... Why should we pay rent to a landlord and have nothing? When for the same payments, we can own our own home.
Gee, Bobby, I'd love it, but... we're just starting out. The cost of a house might be tough to swing.
Ah, but when you're young, baby, you can do anything. Baby, dream your dream.
Oh, we can't.
Close your eyes and try it. Dream of furniture. Dream that I can buy it. That fancy bed you prayed for. Not only bought, but paid for. Dream we signed the lease. Leave a small deposit. 3 1/2 rooms with a walk-in closet. We'll ask the local jet set to dine on our dinette set. Right across the street, there's a friendly bank. You make a friendly loan, and the bank says thank you. Every Saturday, we'll spend all our money. Join the PTA. Love ya, honey. Life will be frozen peaches and cream. Baby, dream your
toothpaste, a taste you can really feel. New Ultra Bright gives your mouth sex appeal.
New Ultra Bright toothpaste. The kickiest taste, the brightest teeth, the freshest breath. That spells sex appeal.
New Ultra Bright gives your mouth sex appeal.
After Ultra Bright, everything else is just toothpaste.
Need somebody?
Get somebody with Halo. It's time you started to live. Get somebody with Halo. Halo's got body to give.
Today's Halo shampoo is rich and thicker than ever. So thick, it almost doesn't need a bottle. When your hair has body, you are beautiful, baby.
Get somebody with Halo. Halo's got body to give.
Please come in. Someone will be with you in a moment.
Oh,
thank you.
That's great. This is wonderful. Well, aren't you excited? By tonight, we may have our own house.
Yeah. Don't get too anxious or the price will go up.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, look at this. It's a whole little community. Oh, wouldn't you love to live in an area like this?
Not bad.
Hi, folks. I hope I didn't keep you waiting. My name's Honeywell.
Hi, how do you do, Mr. Honeywell?
That's my first name. But you can't guess my last name. It's Rocco. It's spelled with 4 C's. The third one is silent.
Well, what we came in to look for a house.
Why don't you kids sit down for a second and I'll be right with you. In a mountain greenery where God paints the scenery, you have to take care of a neighborhood or it runs down very quickly. Guess you two are wondering how I got a first name like Honeywell. Everybody does. Actually, I'm named after my mother's best friend's favorite drapes. And if you're good, I'll search for wood. Well, now, let's see what I can do to help you folks find your dream house. What's your name?
Robert and Gloria Dixon.
Robert and Gloria Dixon. Now, tell me a little about yourselves.
What do you want to know?
Anything. You see, I have to know what you're like before I can find you the right house. You see, I believe that a house should match the personality of the people who live in it. For instance, did you see that movie Bridge on the River Kwai? Well, that stinking hut was just perfect for William Holden. I mean, Holden is so bamboo. Confidentially, I'm stucco. What do you two see yourselves as?
Gee, I don't know.
I don't either. I mean, I never really thought about it much.
Well, let's try it this way. If you were a pie, what kind of pie would you like to be?
What kind of a pie would I like to be?
Yeah, you know, would you like to be a strawberry pie, rhubarb, coconut custard?
What's that got to do with buying a house?
It's a key to your personality. Everything is. Don't you see, you'd know a great deal about me if I was to tell you that leather makes me dizzy.
Wait a minute, Mr. Honeywell.
It's Rocco.
All right, Mr. Rocco, I don't know anything about bamboo, pies, William Holden, or leather making you dizzy. All I know is my wife and I, we came in here to buy a house, and we want a nice house in a, you know, a quiet neighborhood, and it shouldn't cost more than $20,000.
$20,000. You're not a pie at all. You're a fruitcake. You can't buy a house today for $20,000. You've got to go at least 25 or 30.
25 or 30? I hadn't counted on that. What do you think, Gloria?
No, I mean, that's a lot of money. We can't afford that.
Sure you can. It doesn't make any difference how much the house costs as long as the monthly payments are the same. Instead of paying it off in 20 years, you pay it off in 30.
30 years? That's a long time.
Not really. You'd be surprised how fast 30 years goes by. Look, you've already been here 15 minutes. Now, you just leave everything to me. I've got the perfect community for you two. Cozy Cove Estates. That's a model of it right over there.
Oh, yeah, we were looking at it before. It certainly is nice.
I like you. Come on, let's go take a look at it. You look around, I'll be right with you. Hello. Honeywell Realty. Oh, hello, Mr. Robinson. You moved into your new home in Senior Citizen Village. Oh, that's marvelous. Just for the record, Mr. Robinson, how old are you? 98. Isn't that wonderful? And you moved all the furniture in by yourself. Don't you think that's a little too much for a man 98, Mr. Robinson? Mr. Robinson? Mr. Robinson? Oh, hello, Mrs. Robinson. Oh, I'm awfully sorry to hear about that. Of course you can get your deposit back. Can you come over tomorrow morning, Mrs. Robinson? Mrs. Robinson. Mrs. Robinson. Too bad. All that paperwork for nothing. Poor Mrs. Robinson. Loves you more. Say, would you two be interested in buying a house with a wagon wheel in front of it? No, forget it. You need a younger community. This is perfect for you.
Well, it certainly looks like a very nice community.
How much is that house right over there?
This one?
Yes.
Let's see, I could let you have this one for about 35 cents. 10 cents down, unless you're a vet.
No, I mean, how much is the real one?
Why don't we let the bank worry about that? How does the missus feel about this one?
I don't know if I like that one.
Oh, you don't? Well, I'm sure we'll find something. This is such a wonderful community. Real Americana. This is Benjamin Franklin Street. Thomas Jefferson Boulevard. Teddy Roosevelt Lane. Marge Littman Drive. That's the builder's wife. Actually, she's buried there. One of his steamrollers ran amok. Really flattened her out. Creamed her. We've got a local joke around here. There's a little bit of Marge buried in Teddy Roosevelt. By the way, you folks got any kids?
No, we just got married.
Good. There isn't a school around here for miles. Got everything else, though. For instance, we service all faiths. There's a church, a synagogue, a Sunday school, and for atheists, we have an empty lot where you can kneel down and laugh. Now, there must be something we can find for you two.
Oh, Bobby, look at that one.
Oh, gee, that's nice. How much is the...
Well, within your price range. That's one of our most popular models. That's a combination of Rococo and Baroque.
Well, maybe we could go out and take a look at it.
Well, there's only one thing. You see, I work in the city, so I'll have to commute. Are we very far from the railroad?
Oh, you're very close.
Well, just how far is the house from the train?
I'd say about 6 inches. And if you grab it real fast, you can move in just in time to vote no on Proposition 12.
Gloria, you know, we haven't really quite, you know, made up our mind, and maybe we ought to look around a little first.
Yeah,
just
I think
try
so.
some other places.
Now, wait a minute. I like you kids. I don't blame you for not wanting any of these houses. You've got individuality. You know the only way you're going to be happy? Don't buy. Build your own house.
Build. Look, Mr. Rocco, wow, build. We can't afford anything like that.
Sure you can. It doesn't cost a cent more to build than it does to buy.
Really?
Sure. And remember, if you build, you can have any type house you want. Set your own mood. Go creative. There's so much you can do when you build.
Build.
Gotta build. You'll express the real you when you build. Build. Deep inside you might have the soul of a Frank Lloyd Wright. Listen to Rocco. It'll be Socko if you build.
Hey, it sounds like a great idea.
Imagine building a home of our very own.
There's so much you can do when you build.
We're gonna build.
Build.
Our dream house will come true when we build.
They're gonna build. Blueprints and T-squares for everyone. Architecture is fun. Buying is out now. There is no doubt we're gonna build. We're gonna build.
Hiya, Jerry.
Hey, stranger. I thought you were on tour.
Yeah, I am. Just in for the day.
Oh.
I need your help.
Speak.
Hey, you remember that amplifier you told me not to buy?
Yeah.
You were right.
Well, you win a few, lose a few, right?
Like this cigarette.
What's the matter?
It's lost its taste.
Here, try one of these.
Cools?
Yeah. Hey, Johnny, I got just what you want.
Come up to the cool taste. Come up to cool. Come up to the cool taste. You never had it so cool.
Okay, hit it.
Hey, that's great.
Yeah.
So's this. Tastes cool.
Cool Filter Kings, Cool Filter Longs. Both have the taste of extra coolness.
You never had it so cool.
What do you think?
Oh, Bobby, it's a beautiful lot.
Oh, watch it.
What's the matter?
You almost walked into the gate.
What gate?
The gate to our white picket fence.
Oh, Bobby.
After you, madam.
Thank you, sir.
Boy, we're gonna have to oil that. Let's see now. That's where our rose garden's gonna be, right?
Oh, yeah.
And I think that we'll put the barbecue right over there, and we'll make the children's play area. We'll put the children's play area right over there. How's that?
Where?
Right next to the empty beer cans.
Listen, where's the house gonna be?
You know what? I think we're standing in it right now.
No.
Yep. In fact, we're right in the bathtub. Would you scrub my back, please?
Now you know. Come on, Bobby, let me take a look at the blueprint.
Okay.
Oh, now, wait. I don't understand anything. How do you... Where's what and what's where? Just show me. I don't understand.
Just let me
I'm so confused.
Let's get right down here. Now, I'm going to show you. Now, wait a minute. Now, let's see. Okay. I'll explain everything. I want to explain. We'll have a simple house. Simple, yes, indeed. A bedroom, a living room, a kitchen and bath. What else do we need?
Maybe we should have a den.
Simple, yes, indeed. A bedroom, a living room, kitchen and bath.
And den.
What else do we need?
The den should have a bath of its own.
Simple, yes, indeed. A bedroom, a living room, kitchen and bath. And den and bath, what else do we need?
But if we have children, we'll need so much more. We'll need a nursery.
We'll need another floor. We'll have a simple house. Simple, yes, indeed. A bedroom, a living room, a kitchen and bath, and den and bath,
And second floor and nursery. And maybe we should add on a nurse's room.
simple, yes, indeed. A bedroom, a living room, kitchen and bath, and den and bath, and second floor, nursery and nurse's room.
And not for the nurse.
What about a basement?
Basement too.
What about a playroom?
Playroom too. And day room too. And porch and terrace and patio.
We'll have a simple house, simple, yes, indeed. Bedroom, living room, kitchen and bath, and den and bath, and second floor, and nursery and nurse's room. Bath for the nurse.
What about the basement?
Basement too.
What about the playroom?
Playroom too.
And the day room too. And porch and terrace and patio.
Simple little, simple
It's gonna be just beautiful.
Oh, beautiful. I think it's going to be.
Hi, kids. I see you're getting all excited about this thing.
Oh, we're just so excited about it.
It looks and
It's
sounds
beautiful.
wonderful.
Looks just
Good,
like
I knew you'd be happy. There's nothing like building your own house.
Of course, we did make a few changes in the plans.
Yeah, that's okay, isn't it?
Sure, you can do any darn thing you want.
For instance, here, hold that. We put the bathroom right over there.
Good idea.
Right? Right?
And we added a room over here.
A nursery. A
And,
nursery
yeah,
room.
nursery in case we have children.
And we're going to have to add probably, well, you know, another floor. It's so exciting.
And then we put this room over here and that room over there. And then we added on a den over here.
Splendid, splendid.
Great. And listen, it won't cost us, you know, any more to do this kind of thing, will it?
Just a little. Instead of it costing $22,500, like I said, I'd say this would roughly come to not more than $128,000.
We can't afford it.
No. That would really get me in over my head.
In your case, that's not too difficult.
Look, Mr. Rocco, I'm sorry that we put you to all this trouble, but I think we just better forget, I mean it, we gotta forget about building a house.
Forget about building.
Yes.
Well, maybe we better go back to our original plan and, well, look for a house that's already built.
And I really hope that we haven't caused you any, you know, any kind of trouble or, you know.
Don't be silly. You have to expect these things when you deal with the public.
Look, Mr. Rocco, if you find anything for us in a house, you know, that's already built, please, would you just give us a call?
Oh, yeah,
And we're
please.
awfully sorry.
Thank you, Mr. Rocco.
Sorry.
We'll have to go back to our original plans. We can't build, we'll have to buy. People. If you have to deal with them, forget it. How we ever purchased Louisiana, I'll never know. There's only one thing wrong with the world, people. Nothing can be done with them. Why can't I get along with the world, people? The place is overrun with them. Nasty creatures, invariably, they have one nasty habit. They disagree with me, and I just hate that. People meet people, and what do they breed? More people. Whose fault is the population explosion of every race, every color, and creed? People. I'm not prejudiced. I hate them all. Oh, Dr. Doolittle, he had it right. Talk to the animals. Even if they bite, they're better than people anytime. I can't understand all those people who need people. Barbra Streisand makes me crazy. Oh, how I wish I could stand up and plead. People, leave Honeywell Rocco alone. But there is nothing I really can do. I gotta face it, it's awful but true. I'm really people. I'm really people. I'm really people too.
United Airlines says come fly with me on your vacation. We fly to all the great vacation spots in this land, and our 6,000 travel agents have special fares and plans for every single one of them. They can even get you a free United credit card so you can charge it. See one of our travel agents first. Then, come on, come fly our friendly skies.
That's Life will continue following station identification.
Northland. Big, crisp, keen. New L&M Menthol Tall. The tall menthol cigarette with the crisp, keen taste of the Northland. Taller than king size. The tallest menthol you can get. Get the crisp, keen, tall taste of the Northland. New L&M Menthol Tall.
I'm so glad.
It really is. It's by far the nicest one that we've looked at.
Yeah. Well, we've lived here for 15 years, and we've been very happy. Oh, it's been a happy house. Isn't that right, Frank? Frank?
I just measured
just measure the bedroom. It comes out exactly 15 by 25.
15 by 20?
It's perfect.
That's
just the way you want it.
I was just telling the Dixons, darling, what a happy house this is.
Oh, it's more than happy. It's a happy, happy house. You'll love it.
Oh, yes, very happy.
Yeah.
And it has such a warm feeling.
That's right. It's a warm, happy house. That's what it is.
And you know right away it's been lived in.
Oh,
That's right. It's a lived-in, warm, happy house. That's it. If it's not lived in, it's not warm, and then it's not happy. So if it's happy, it's got to be lived in and warm. Well, and that's what this is. It's a happy, warm, lived in and happy.
I can certainly see that. I can certainly see that you two are really happy.
Ah, sure. And lived in. And warm, yeah. And you know, in 15 years, we have never had a fight in this house. No. You know why?
Why?
Because it's lived in and warm.
And happy.
I said that, didn't I?
No, you didn't, sweetheart. You said lived in and warm. You left out happy.
I did not leave out, sweetheart. I said happy, lived in, and warm. If I said lived in and warm without the happy, I'd be the first one to say so.
No, you're wrong, sweetheart.
I am not wrong. I did not leave out happy. I said happy, lived in, and warm. And that's final.
It's not important.
Of course it's not important, right? The most important thing is we've never had a fight in the house, you know?
That's right. We have never had one fight in this house.
That's right. We've had a couple of buttes in the backyard.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Really rough each other up. We've never had a fight in the house.
I can believe that, can't you, Gloria?
Oh, yeah, I can believe it.
And you know why?
Why?
Because this is an enchanted cottage. It's impossible to have a fight in here. You know, you can have a fight in the car coming home, but the minute you hit the door of this house, the fight is over. I remember last night, was it a couple nights ago?
Tuesday.
Tuesday, right. A couple nights ago, we had a fight. Was that a butte?
Oh.
Venom with hate. You have never seen such hate.
So biting.
And biting with scratching with hate, with hollering. You couldn't hear the radio. It was like, lie, you'll tell me another. And the minute I put the key in the enchanted lock, the fight was over, right?
Absolutely. Except for one thing, I was the one who put the key in the lock.
No, sweetheart, I was the one who put the key in the lock. Don't you remember? That was what the fight was about. You lost your key.
Yes. But then I found it again, and I put the key in the lock.
Darling, I remember distinctly. I had the key in this hand and your mouth in that hand. I put the key in the enchanted lock.
No, dear, no. I put the key in the lock.
Oh, boy! Oh, you're a lucky lady. You're lucky. Oh, boy, you're lucky. You're lucky you're standing in the enchanted cottage. Otherwise, she'd be all over the floor, I tell you right now.
Mrs. Adams, didn't you mention showing me a laundry room?
Oh, yes, of course. I forget. It's in the basement.
Oh, yes. Show her the laundry room, dear. You stay up here with me, and we're not interested in laundry rooms. I've got a few things up here I want to show you. You'll love the laundry room. It's enchanted. You don't have to use soap. It's so enchanted. Well, you're really going to be happy here. I mean, really happy. Because a warm, happy house, you're going to be happy.
Well, I really don't know yet, Mr. Adams. It's a big decision.
Whoa. What is this, Mr. Adams?
Well, yeah, Mr. Adams.
There's no Adam. You're in my house now. It's Frank.
Frank?
Frank and Bob,
Bobby.
right? Bobby Frank.
All right. It's very nice, Frank.
Frank, sure. And because you're such an old friend, you know, if you buy this house, I'm going to leave things here that I would never leave for a stranger. I mean, things that I put into this house myself. Things that if a stranger moved in, I'd take it right out. I'd tear it out, you know, that's it. I mean, things like I couldn't bear the thought of a stranger using.
Like what?
Like the plumbing.
The plumbing?
Yeah, I mean, I got 41 miles of copper pipe here, you know? In this house, and if a stranger moved in, I'd rip the pipes out and I'd take it out, you know? I'd throw it right in the trunk and take it away. But not for you, Bobby. You're my friend. I want you to have my pipes. And these pipes, you know, they're not the cheap ones, you know, they're made in Japan, you know, these are the ones made in Newark. Newark, you want to tight and hot one, you plunge that's strong. That's when you plunge, they can take a lot of pressure, you know what I mean?
You know, it's very nice of you. It really is. It's nice of you to leave me the plumbing.
Well, that's
great. That's really wonderful.
Only because you're my friend, Bob, you know. Now, come here. I want to show you something else that I'm going to leave here in the house with you if you buy it. Come over here. Come over. Just run your hand over the windowsill over there.
Just run my hand over the windowsill.
Yeah, just run it over. What do you feel?
What do I feel?
Yeah. What is that?
I don't know. What?
That's putty. 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 I have 27 windows in this house. I put putty in every one of them. And I'm going to leave the putty here for you, Bobby, because you're my friend. You know what putty costs today? Figure. Take a wild guess. I mean, a wild guess. Get crazy. You know, go. What? How much could it cost? How much could putty cost?
I have no idea. How much putty?
12 cents a ton. Go replace that. If somebody else buys this house, I take it right out. I take the putty out. You know why? When I was this high,
right,
my father took me aside and he told me two things.
What?
He said, always eat your soup when it's hot and never give putty to a stranger. Pearls of wisdom fell out like this.
Your father sounds like quite a guy.
Oh, he was. He was. And, Bobby, you're going to be happy here because you're going to be... It's a warm house. You're going to feel it. I mean, it'll come over you in a little while. You'll feel it. Just like it? Just like it more?
Yeah, I don't know. I'll be truthful with you. I'm still...
What do you say?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It's
You're not sure? Wait.
What?
Look, I'll throw something else.
No,
I'm going to throw something else. I'm going to leave it here. Now, Bobby, would you know what I mean?
What?
I'm going to give you this with the house. Now, just stand right over here. Let's get the right spot. Over here. Put your hand there. That's it. Now, just turn up like that. That's it. All right? Now you're right. You're just right. You're right. You're perfect. That's it. You're in the perfect spot to listen.
I see. I'm in the perfect spot. I don't... To listen to what? What is
to
this?
Stereo.
To stereo?
Stereo. Where do you hear this? You've never heard anything like this. It's like you're sitting in the middle of the French horn. Wait a minute.
That's terrific.
Wait, don't move. Don't move. I put you in the right spot. Just wait a minute. There it is. Okay? You got it?
I got
Hold
it.
it.
I think it's...
All right, now here we go. Hold it now. I'm used to it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Isn't that something?
Oh, that is, yes.
And I didn't even have it full up.
You didn't have it.
When I put it full up, I get letters from Toronto.
Oh, that's something. I'll tell you something. It sure is. Oh, I gotta relax. It sure is. It sure is powerful.
That's power.
Oh.
Now, Bobby, guess where the speakers are. Good, guess.
This may be a wild guess. But they must be someplace in this room.
Now, what, where?
Where? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, I don't. Over there, somewhere. Over there.
Wrong.
Over there.
Wrong.
I don't know. Where are they?
All right, I'm gonna tell you.
Oh.
That whole wall is a speaker. The whole wall is one big woofer.
Oh, my God.
And this is the tweeter. And I'm gonna give that all to you if you buy the house.
Gee,
and all that whole stereo goes with you. And if a stranger buys it, I tear it out. I take the whole wall and the speaker out, everything. Well, what do you say, Bobby, huh?
Well, I have to be honest with you. I'm still not sure. How much are you How much are you asking for the house?
Well, figure 28,000. That's including the pipes, the putty, and the stereo, and the wall.
We just put the laundry room. It's great.
Oh, hey, your wife likes the laundry room. That should settle it, huh?
Likes the laundry room, yeah. If you don't mind, you know what I'd like to do? I've got to do this. I've got to talk this over with my wife.
Oh, sure. Look, I understand it's a big decision. I mean, you go over. He should talk it over with his wife, right?
Of course he should.
I just talked it over with my wife. You talk it over with your wife. You go by the woofer.
The woofer.
And talk it over with me. We'll stay by the tweeter, and we'll walk.
We'll just take a couple of minutes.
Take your time.
Just a couple of minutes.
That's all.
Listen.
What do you think, Bobby?
Well, I don't know. Well, you don't know. There's a lot of things that I like about the house, you know.
Oh, so do I. That upstairs bedroom is beautiful.
And that highway, that highway running by here, it makes it very convenient for me to get into the city. Of course, there's one thing that bothers me.
What's that?
I don't like green for the living room.
Well, what's the difference? After we move in, we can repaint it. What's going on?
They don't like green for the living room.
So?
We lived here 15 years with green in the living room, huh?
What do you care what color they painted? We're moving out anyway.
No stranger's gonna come in here and tell me what color I'm gonna like and what I'm not gonna like.
You know something, Bobby? You know what I'm not too sure about? Well, I don't think there's enough closet space.
Yes, you know something? I was thinking that, too. I was.
Yeah.
Now there's not enough closet space, huh?
Well, that's why we're moving out.
Shut up!
Now, look, Bobby, of course, the whole place is going to look a lot better once we get our own things in here. I mean, after all, this isn't furnished to our taste.
I know, like that vase. You know that vase that's on the table? It's so, it's old-fashioned. It doesn't,
You mean this here? Old-fashioned, huh?
Well, it's,
All right. That's been in the family for 40 years. It's out now, okay? Mr. Dixon, you make up your mind. Are you going to buy the house or you're not going to buy the house?
Well,
what do you
be
mean?
perfectly honest with you, I feel that $28,000, it's a lot of money to pay for a house like this. It's
What do you mean a house like this? What kind of remark is that?
I didn't mean that. I mean, not being personal. It's just a little old. It's not
It's an old house?
Well,
This is the strongest house you'll ever get. This is a house that's been built. Not today, they slapped them together, you know? This is a builtness house. There's a lot of builtness going around with here. Very strong builtness. You don't get that with another house. Another house you slap together. That's it. It's a built house. You want to see? Come over here. I'll show you builtness. Come over here. Come here. I'll show you strong. Go ahead, kick that fireplace.
What?
Go ahead, kick the fireplace.
Kick the fireplace.
Go ahead, I'll show you something that's strong.
I don't want to kick the fireplace.
Do me a
There's no
favor,
reason
please.
for me to kick the...
Do me a favor, please. Go ahead.
Kick the fire.
Kick it. Why'd you do that?
You told me to.
Okay, that did it. Get out of my house.
Oh, no, wait.
Don't carry on like this. Remember, it's an enchanted cottage.
Sweetheart, you stay out of this or the good fairy's gonna come down here and bust you one on the nose. Now, come on. Out of the house.
No, Frank, I'm sorry about
There's
the
no more
fight.
Frank. There's no more franking. The franking is over.
Bob,
There's no more Bobby franking. No more.
Frank,
Mr. Adams now and Mr. Dixon, right? Mr. Adams, Mr. Dixon, I'll show you a way out. There's a way out of this house.
What about the house, though? We could work
You
out.
want it? You didn't want to buy the house for $28,000. You couldn't buy it now for $1 million. Well, how about that? You couldn't buy it for. You couldn't buy it for $1.5 million. $1.5 million. No, wait a minute, $1 million. You couldn't buy it for $2 million. I mean, what? $2 million or $3 million? You couldn't buy it. Don't sell it out. I'll put it out $1 billion. $100 million, billion, $1 trillion, $100 billion, trillion, $100 million, billion, trillion, million, $100 million, trillion, million, billion, trillion, $100 million, billion, 100,000 billion trillion. They'll never, never get this house.
I'll give you $22,000.
I'll take it.
Gee, honey, you probably think I'm an awful hick or something, but I sure thought everything was going great. What did I do wrong? I don't understand.
Come on, cheer up, Mr. Farnsworth. How are you to know that I loathe mink?
Excuse me, sir, but wasn't that Samantha Egger behind those Foster grants?
With their fantastic looks and their FF77 lenses, it's no wonder Foster Grants are turning up on so many famous noses.
Happy, lived in, and warm.
Well, good morning, all.
Nice to see you.
Hi, Mr. Rocco.
Yeah. I'm certainly glad you two kids finally found a house.
Yes, I think we found the perfect house.
And I think I'm sonning into the perfect couple, Mr. Rocco.
Oh, come on, Frank. We're old friends. You can call me Honeywell.
If you don't mind, I'd rather call you Rocco.
Well, I've got the papers all drawn up. All you have to do is sign them. Mr. Dixon, you have the check for the down payment.
The check? Yes, yes, I brought it with me. Let's see.
That's my check.
Not so fast. In a minute. Now, Mr. Dixon, did you deduct my commission from the deposit and make out a separate check for me like I asked you?
A separate check, did I?
You put it in your coat pocket.
Oh, yes, that's right, yes. Here it is, yes. Yes. No, what about the keys to
the keys? The key. I got the keys right here.
before
The house. I got it here.
No, wait a minute.
Here's the key. The keys to the house are right here.
All right. When I say go. Ready, set, go.
No, give me.
Black, you can't take it back.
Mr. Rocco, does this mean the house is ours now?
Not yet. First, you have to sign the papers. I'll get them.
Oh. You're so lucky that you got the house. You know how many hundreds of people were looking at this house? Well, hundreds. I'm talking thousands. Thousands of people were looking at this house.
How come you sold it to us?
You were the first ones who asked.
Just come over here and sign. The house is yours.
The house is ours.
Mr. Dixon, right there.
Robert.
There you go.
There it is.
And Mr. Adams, where it says party of the second part.
Party of the second part, right here. There you go.
Congratulations.
There you go. Warm and happy.
The house is officially yours.
Oh, that's great.
I can't believe it. We own our own home.
I can't wait to start fixing it up. Here, thanks so much. Just thanks.
Thank you.
Really.
Well, you made a good deal, too.
We finally found a place to live. We finally found a home that we can share. A place out in the country air, away from this gray city where it's green and pretty. We'll be happy there. We've got somewhere to live.
Good evening. This is Milton Cross. Welcome to the Opera